Let me back up to verse 20. Why is light given to him who is in misery, and life to the bitter of the soul, who long for death, but it does not come, and search for it more than hidden treasures? Why? Remember in Revelation 9, men will seek death, but it will not come. That's what it's talking about. That's what the angel of the Lord was trying to teach. It said, look, there are times where we all, Christian, Buddhist, it doesn't matter. We're humans. We have emotions. We all go through certain things in life to the point where Satan wants to get us to the point of speaking our own death over ourselves. Ha! Right? He wants you to get to a point where you give up and you take your life, or you put yourself in a predicament where your life is taken. Verse 22, even more in deep, who rejoice exceedingly are glad when they can find the grave. Read Revelation chapter 11 when it talks about the two witnesses and how that beast that rises out of the pit, the same smoke that fills the sun full of darkness, it kills them. Their bodies are left lying in the street. They are not even buried. It's not necessarily talking about a physical death. It's talking about a spiritual death. That when somebody who once had good intentions allows overzealousness to take over, and they start committing unrighteous acts and saying unrighteous things, and that beast that's on the inside takes over them, and they die a spiritual death, committing dead works. And when it says they can't even find the grave, that's because people will never let you live your past down. You can't even bury that. People are always trying to dig up your past. Just ask these celebrities who are trying to just start a new life, and their past is catching up with them over and over again. And because of that, they believe their past more than they believe their future that God has created for them. All right, verse 23. Why is the light given to a man whose ways is hidden, and whom God has hedged in? For my sighing comes before I eat. Just showing you that what John saw, or what the angel was trying to teach John, is this process of when we go through tribulation and persecution. There are those of us that think that, we got it all together, but you don't know unless you go through. I'm going to say something very controversial here. A lot of people or Christians believe that this is, this whole rapture thing is a way of escape so you don't go through. Yes and no. And what I mean by that is you're still going to have to go through, but because you are sealed, it will not penetrate you, and so you won't sink. Again, read Peter walking on water and almost sinking. It's symbolic, guys. Okay? Because what is this all about? This is all about endurance. This is all about endurance. This is all about endurance. I can't say that enough. All right? Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 at verse 13, Paul is speaking. And he says, each one's work will become clear, for the day, capital D, the day of the Lord, will declare it. Because it will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test each one's work of what sort it is. Another little piece of sauce for you. Read Revelation 20, where it talks about the white throne of judgment. Okay? And it talks about how people were judged by their works. Everybody thinks that, it's just saying that at the end, God will review everybody's works. And, he said, on November such and such 2021, you did a video that was very good. Oh, but you over here, you did. No, that's not what it's talking about. Okay. And I'll probably have to do a separate video on that. Everybody must go through. Everyone, whether you're sealed or not, you must go through, because how do we know what you're made of unless you are tested? Okay, now watch this. Verse 13, each one's work will become clear, for the day declares it, because it will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test each one's work of what sort it is. Verse 14, if anyone's work which he has built on it endures, because it's all about endurance. If you are sealed, that means you can endure what's coming to you. You cannot avoid it. The rapture is not about what you can avoid. Oh, but Daryl, it says we're going to escape. What are you escaping if you're not participating? Doesn't make sense, right? So we gotta like really slow down, think about it, right? Again, if anyone's work which he has built on it, verse 14, endures, he will receive a reward. Verse 15, if anyone's work is burned, he will suffer loss like Job, but he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire. So whether you're sealed or not doesn't negate whether or not you go through testing. Everyone is going to go through testing. Read Matthew 7. Not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have a strong foundation. Lord, didn't we do this? But Lord, didn't we do that? Blah, blah, blah. He said, depart me, I don't know you. Trusting in the Lord is not a cakewalk. Don't let anybody deceive you. Trusting in the Lord is not a cakewalk. You're still going to have to go through what you're going through. But the reason why you go through what you go through is to teach you what you're made of. So that if you find any defects, you look at the master architect, which is Christ, who can make perfect all imperfections. My time is up. I thank you for yours. I will see you on the next video.